All-time low with Forget About It. Thank you very much for that drawing, Elle. It got slightly anthropomorphic towards the end there, that wolf, didn't it?
Looked kind of human.
I will stay clear of her DeviantArt profile. Joking.
Dan and Phil on BBC Radio 1.
So, after my Godzilla review, which was kind of...
Phil, you're getting dangerously close to expressing an opinion here.
I'm not expressing an opinion, I'm just giving a noise.
That represents it.
My feelings of the movie
Okay.
was...
Okay, what?
If you had to make a noise that was your feelings of it, what would you say?
That's too opinionated for me. I'm just scared of doing that. Mine. What's the sound of sitting on the fence?
Maybe a squeaking fence. Tom in Plymouth said an enormster would be his monster, which
What is an enormster?
It's a gigantic hamster. I imagine that shoving every human into its cheeks. Because my hamster would just get every single item of food and put it in its cheeks.
Oh my god, it just stored Wembley Stadium! Yeah.
I would watch that.
Fantastic imagery with this, isn't it?
Someone else with a story for us is Jen. Hi, Jen.
Hello.
So what would your movie monster be?
It would be a gigantic Teletubby mixed with a duck wrapped in bubble wrap, and then it squirts out seaweed to its eyes.
Whoa, so many mental images right now.
What?
So we've got a Teletubby.
How can it use its eyes if it uses them as like a receptacle for just ejecting seaweed?
Jen doesn't know.
I don't know.
That's fine. Does it still have a working television in its stomach?
I guess.
What would be playing as it rampages?
Phil is not on fire.
Thank you.
Amazing. So what part of this Teletubby is duck as well? Was it its face? Was it a duck face Teletubby?
It would be like one of those things that you play in the bath with.
Oh, right. Okay, I can see that. And what name would you give this creature if we're going to make a movie about it? We need a name.
Quacking Bubbles.
Quacking Bubbles. So you've thought about this, Jen. You've thought about it. Right, one more thing. I'd quite like a noise that it would make.
Oh, God.
You can do this. Was that the noise?
I don't know.
It sounded like an elephant that was about to sneeze.
Yeah, an elephant that was dying.
That's okay, though.
Like when you punch the goose in the face.
I have never punched a goose in the face.
And neither should anyone listening.
No.
Unless it's attacking you.
I have to say that noise was very similar. Okay, Jen, you've earned yourself a request. What song would you like to hear on Radio 1 tonight?
Can I have Air Balloons by Lily Allen?
Yes, you can. Do you want to dedicate this to anyone?
Can I dedicate to Emily, Abby, my mum, and my sister?
This goes out to Emily, Abby, your mum, your sister, and the gigantic Teletubby goose seaweed monster. Here is Lily Allen.
Thank you.
Lily Allen, balloon for Jen. Don't know why I just did that. Sorry for your ears.
And now it's time to talk about tonight.
Dan versus Phil.
Okay, so Dan versus Phil is where me and Phil do some kind of challenge against each other live on camera on the Radio 1 website, which is usually extremely physically degrading, but I've been told it is only mentally straining this week, which is good, because, you know, I don't have much dignity left, so whatever I can keep is really great.
We're going to be playing 20 questions, basically, but a big weekend edition.
Ooh, okay, that's good.
So we're going to have to write on some generic sticky notes.
Okay.
One of the artists...
I wasn't aware that was a brand, is it?
Generic... It is, it's a brand.
The generic yellow sticky notes that you stick everywhere are a thing.
Yeah, it's a thing.
I didn't know that.
Someone makes those, Dan.
Wow.
We're going to have to write one of the big weekend artists on this sticky note and put it on our forehead and then try and guess what each other is doing
like
or
the
being.
awkward part at the end of a dinner party that we'd have. This is good, because it means that if you meet anyone you don't know, you wouldn't embarrass yourself, which might happen next Sunday.
Feel free to play along at home with your mum or your grandma or your dog.
Okay, that sounds good. Well, I mean, what did you say to me earlier?
What did I say to you earlier? I'm not sure, Dan. What are you talking about? I don't know what you mean.
That's fine. To get us in the mood, I think we have a really good music video now,
Yeah.
which is actually appropriately set to a big weekend headliner.
Oh.
It is Coldplay, yeah. Telling the story through the power of little bits of paper.
This is BBC Radio 1.
That was Violet Hill by Coldplay, who will be headlining Radio 1's Big Weekend next Saturday. But now it is time for Big Weekend 20 questions in Dan vs. Phil. Get on the Radio 1 website if you want to watch this, but now here for your ears is Fuse ODG, Dangerous Love.
Dan versus Phil.
BBC Radio 1.
That was Klingander with Jubal.
I bet that was right.
Possibly. We just had a discussion and nobody in the studio knows how to pronounce that. It was a good song. And we all liked the song quite a lot. Klingander.
Klingander.
Klingande. Jubel. Perhaps.
Yes.
Please tell me. I should really know, shouldn't I? But anyway, so Phil, how was that? Big weekend, 20 questions that we just did.
That was the biggest anticlimax of a Dan versus Phil we've ever had.
I think it may have actually broken record for quickest decided Dan versus Phil in a year and a half.
Dan still has One Direction on his face.
But we will formally reveal the winner of that in the official ceremony after this next song. It is taking us on a fascinating adventure in the wilderness. We have a video from Jasmine to Paramore. Look out for the woodpecker. Here's Daydreaming.
The Dan and Phil Show on Radio 1. It's like eating a cake, but with your ears.
That was Paramore with Daydreaming. Thank you very much, Jasmine, for sending in that video. But now, it is time to formally reveal the winner of the most anticlimactic Dan versus Phil of all time. Can I just... Is it... Because people always get that wrong.
What?
Is it anticlimactic or anticlimactic?
Well, there's a little C in there when you're writing it, but I would say anticlimactic.
Sneaky C.
What is that C? Who put it there?
Changed your life with that little fact. Okay.
Someone's sneakily waiting on the line as well. Sarah.
Hey, Phil.
Hey, how are you doing?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm very good, thanks. You have got a big job ahead of you. Are you feeling the
I
pressure of
I
revealing the
really
winner?
am.
Okay, have you been doing breathing exercises?
Honestly, yes.
Good. Can I have one now?
Actually.
A big breathe in. She sounds ready, doesn't she?
Deep breath, yeah.
Okay, can you reveal the winner? Maybe just do it in a really anticlimactic way, as it was a big anticlimax of a Dan versus
We need
Phil.
the drum roll. We need the drum
Okay.
roll. It's ceremony. Would you like
Can
a
I have
drum
a
roll?
really awkward drum roll?
It is so awkwardly long.
And the winner is... Awkward. Dan! Because Phil, sorry you lost.
Oh, fantastically delivered. I really liked the rubbing in of the fact that not only did I win, but Phil lost. Yeah, that was good.
I'm sorry, Phil.
It hurts my soul.
It's
I
worth
just-
saying Phil got a very
sorry.
impressive 20-question score of guessing Katy Perry stuck on his forehead after 4 questions.
I got that in 4.
I thought I was done for. But then I guessed One Direction after 2 questions.
You just said, is it a group?
No, I said male, question mark, and you said yes, and then I said solo act, and you went no. One Direction? So, there we go, Phil.
Gigantic fail. But that was brilliant announcing, Sarah, so I think you've earned yourself a request.
Can I have Teenage Dirtbag, please?
Yeah, of course you can. Do you want to dedicate this to anyone?
Can I dedicate it to my best friend Hannah and the YOLO Dogs, please?
This goes out to Hannah and the YOLO Dogs.
That sounds like a band from the 90s.
I'd listen to them.
Hannah and the YOLO Dogs.
Thanks, Sarah.
Thank you.
Here's Teenage Dirtbag.
Teenage Dirtbag, Wheatus. Everyone still loves this song and got 30 likes on Facebook for us to play this.
30?
Yep.
Wow.
BBC Radio.
Are you excited to return to Glasgow, Phil?
I can't wait. I feel like I've just been there, which I have.
Yeah, that's because you were literally there last Sunday, Phil.
Yeah. I miss my kilt.
Do you actually miss the kilt?
Trousers are so restricting now.
But you said it was heavy.
It was heavy, but freeing.
You just can't... Just the
Felt so
air on
free.
your thighs.
You can never beat that feeling.
I think we're definitely getting the train, though.
Yeah.
Forget all that faff with the aeroplane. I like the train journey as well, just kind of sitting down and zoning out for a few hours. Makes you realise that literally 99% of the whole of the UK is just fields.
It's beautiful.
Well, it is. But, I mean, when you think of the untamed wilderness of America, it's kind of like, beautiful forests and parks. But then the whole of the United Kingdom is just kind of square grass, isn't it? It's just like
true.
fenced-off bushes.
Lots of fenced
And
off
they're always
bushes.
empty. They're always empty. What are they doing with all those unused squares?
What is in there?
Conspiracy.
Now I'm going to have serious thoughts for the rest of the day.
You're complaining of jet lag, though, coming back from last Sunday.
Yeah, I feel like I had Glasgow lag, even though there's no time difference at all.
Okay, well, what I think, it's because we're both kind of nocturnal.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, we get out of bed at like 11, 12 sometimes. So, I mean, getting up at 6 to go on this journey, then to do loads of travelling, and then to have a crazy day and then come back the next day. I think it was the, you know, the slight hours of getting up early, but just the exhausting travel. When we came back, we were both literally, like, LA jet lagged.
Yeah.
weren't we? I thought I was going to die. It was awful.
Maybe it was the haggis.
Maybe. But I mean, like, jet lag from a 40-minute plane flight. That's bad.
That's
Phil.
bad. Okay, I won't let that happen today. But we will let you know what we got up to last week at the Radio 1 Academy in a minute. But first, we've got some Green Day for you. Thanks to Logan and Liana, who in this video description apologised that she looked really grumpy. Just so you know, she wasn't grumpy. Here's Boulevard of Broken Dreams.
This is BBC Radio 1.
So that was Green Day with Boulevard of Broken Dreams. Thank you very much to Logan and Liana for sending in that video. But now, so we went up to Glasgow last weekend, as we said. I'm sure you all listened to the show, which was very fun and good. But we didn't just go up there to do our show. We were also there to take part in the Radio 1 Academy, which is basically when Radio 1 and 1 Extra go to where Big Weekend's happening and put on a series of workshops and events and Q&As to kind of teach people about the industry and cool aspects of life. And for some reason, we were decided that we should do something like that.
We're just as cool as Richard Branson. Dan.
Oh, are we just as valuable as Richard Branson when it comes to Q&As?
Of course.
So we did a Q&A, which was good. We'd had an in-depth chat about our radio show, what it takes to put together and how we got the job in the first place, which is a question that we ask ourselves frequently, as well as YouTube. So if you're interested in us or the radio industry, then you can actually go check out that Q&A. It is on the Radio 1 YouTube channel right now, and it was just like a few videos ago, so go check that out. Even if it derailed into a conversation about armpits at some point, there is still some valuable information in there.
Yeah, also, if you've never seen us before, you just listen to our voices and see what our faces are like.
What a great reason to go check it out. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm sure that convinced everybody. But as well as that, we also had a workshop, which was, you know, because our show is all about the music videos that people make at home and send in for our show and then we play out, we had a workshop teaching people how to make music videos, and we actually jumped in and surprised them. It was kind of bad because we had to do a little intro video to talk about it, and in the intro video, I ended up dropping a camera on Phil's face.
I thought I was going to die. The camera was so close to my face on the tripod. We just caught it just before it hit me in the face. I was like, we're the people that are teaching how to use cameras.
That's
and
exactly
we can't
what I
hold them.
thought. It's like,
Yeah.
whatever you do, don't follow our example, and you'll be very successful.
Well, I have some good news. We actually have the finished video now, and we're going to play it. So get on the Radio 1 website. I feel like a proud parent.
Yeah, so if you want to see the fruit of our loins, what a weird saying
That was
is.
weird. Why? Don't say that.
It's really gross, I'm sorry for saying that. Get on the Radio 1 website to watch the music video. Here it is from the Radio 1 Academy workshop in Glasgow.
Hi, we're in Glasgow at the Radio 1 Academy. So, Dan and Phil, we made a little video for you, but we won't tell you what it is yet. Good luck with your show. Bye!
Welcome to the future with Dan and Phil on BBC Radio 1.
That was Pharrell, Happy, and everyone at our Academy workshop in Glasgow. Thank you so much
That
for
was
making that.
amazing.
It
like,
was
seriously.
so good. Like, you put people that they don't know each other into different groups and make them dance, and it worked well.
Sounding like that, you kind of made it sound, and it kind of in many ways was like a drama class where the teacher
Yeah.
says, okay, now you have to make something and perform it at the end of the class, and everyone's like, what? No, but it happened, and it was really good, so you should be proud.
They were really synchronized as well, weren't they, at the start?
It was like an entire room filled with those twins from The Shining. It was a bit creepy, but it was very impressive.
Creepy in a good way,
Fantastic
I'd say.
synchronicity, and I think that's a good end to Happy Video of the Week. Would you agree?
Are we killing Happy Video of the Week?
I really liked it, and, you know, as much as I like staring at all the beautiful people from European countries, it made me feel a bit depressed.
Yeah, they were too pretty.
This is a good time to go. I think I liked it. So, you know, I just like to think that wherever Pharrell is right now, he is so happy with Pharrell's Happy Video of the Week that he's crying with happiness like it was on Oprah.
And we get to see him next weekend as well.
I know, in the actual flesh. I'm very excited.
Do you reckon he'll be wearing a Giga hat or no hat?
That is the question of the weekend, isn't it?
Yeah.
Will Pharrell be wearing the hat?
No, I mean an even bigger hat.
What? How can you get a bigger hat than Pharrell's current hat?
I think he's just got to find one.
Okay. Well, we'll all be looking to see whether Pharrell is wearing a gazebo on his head next Sunday.
Place your bets now. We have Zed, Clarity, featuring Foxes, Maria on Facebook. Zed featuring Foxes, Clarity. Thank you, Maria, on Facebook for that one.
This is BBC
Radio 1.
Alid, is nearby.
Wait a minute, that had a really ominous kind of like, just stop jumping. Wait, let's.
Wait.
This is BBC.
Radio 1.
Do you hear that
that is
haunting
really
echo?
haunting.
That was a bit intense. Sorry.
You've ruined Alan's entrance now.
Hi, Alan.
I'm trying different ways of entering every week, and this week I bounced.
I liked that.
You got in trouble from the Dan police.
I got told off.
Hey, Alan, do you want to see my D?
Go on then.
Oh, look what I have here. It's some fan art of a Union Jack.
That's really
Do you want to
nice.
hold it?
Yeah.
Okay, then yes.
There you go. It's nice. How are you doing, Alan? What's happening in your life?
Well, it's been sunny today.
You can put it down.
Okay, sorry.
It's been very warm.
It's
You
been
look
really
like someone who
nice.
leaves the house.
I was. You
have that glow about you.
I've been sat outside the flat all day today.
You're looking
We'll
quite
see.
rugged.
Yeah, I've moved places and I've lost all my stuff.
Oh, is it all in boxes?
So yeah, it was like that thing of hour before I had to leave, and I was running around all the boxes trying to find razors and blades and stuff, and I couldn't find them anyway. So you've got rugged Alid tonight.
Rugged Alley.
Is that
Good.
okay?
Yeah, 5 o'clock shadow.
Itchy
Yeah.
though,
Did
really
it take
itchy.
long to grow?
A week.
I think that would take me about a year. Maybe I should ring in the surgery.
That's a good.
Alex helped me
I'd
with my
hate it.
face.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, what is going on tonight?
Well, on tonight's surgery, next week is Radio 1's big weekend,
Of
so
course.
we're not around next week. So this is your week to get hold of us. If there's anything on your mind, any problems you want to get off your chest, don't wait, because you will miss us. Do it tonight. 03700 100 100 81199 the text, and I'm in a ferociously bad mood, so it should be a really interesting show tonight.
Brilliant. Look
So, yeah.
forward to...
So real advice coming up.
Getting real with Alid at the
Yeah.
surgery at 9 o'clock.
Thanks, Alid.
I'm in a better mood because I've seen Rada. I should
that's
point
good.
that out. She's good.
She brings out happiness in everyone.
Doesn't
Robert.
she?
She does.
Yeah.
I just want to employ her to sit in the corner of my room and smile.
You do it.
She would.
Bye.
Bye, Alid. Have a good show. Yeah, so do not call in for us anymore. The phone lines now belong to Alid. But now we have a beautiful music video that has been sent in by Rachel, which is actually her grade 11 film project. So watch and judge and tell us what grade you'd give her. Featuring a particularly epic poodle called Simon, this is The Vaccines with Wetsuit. The Vaccines with Wetsuit on Radio 1. We actually met them last year, a big weekend.
We
Do you
did.
remember that? Oh, fond memories.
They said you had dead eyes.
Yeah, they did say that, didn't they? Still good times, though. I wonder what pop stars will meet this year that will say that I have dead eyes. Anyway, it is now time for us to laugh at your stories of old people struggling with technology that one day we will all inevitably become. Read out by the erotic tones of Radio 1's Greg James, this is Sorry, I Don't Know How to Internet.
Internet? It let a misplaced tennis serve in Yorkshire.
I don't get all this facial book.
The World Wide what?
Sorry, I don't know how to internet.
Our first story this week comes from Molly.
I asked my nana for her Wi-Fi password. Yes, she actually has Wi-Fi.
Good.
And she said, you may use the internet soon, but your granddaddy's using it at the moment, so you'll have to wait.
Wow, that just harks back to the time when phone and internet couldn't happen at the same time, though. That was the dark ages. I used to be like, Mum, I don't care about your friends.
It was a dark, dark time. But maybe Grandad needs all the bandwidth for watching some HD videos.
Guess the question is, what was Grandad streaming that was taking up all of the internet?
Who knows? Our next one comes from Lucy.
My mum asked me, are you going to watch the Phil and Ted show? She meant Dan and Phil.
Phil and Ted.
Ted.
You suit Ted.
Do I look like a Ted?
You could definitely be a Ted, I reckon. Yeah.
Phil and Ted show. Right, this next one comes from Bethany.
I found Matthew Perry's Snapchat on the internet.
Wait, what?
Don't ask how. And excitedly added him. He added me back, and I quickly sent a snap telling him what a big fan I am. I got a snap back of darkness and a question mark. Confused, I snapped him saying, isn't this Matthew Perry? The reply was some random guy's face and the word no. I panicked and immediately blocked him.
Wow,
no.
Well, that is an important lesson about internet safety for you all out there, okay?
Yeah. It would be exciting if you did get Matthew Perry's Snapchat.
He doesn't seem like the kind of guy that would just have a Snapchat for you to stumble across.
Imagine being Matthew Perry's #1 fan as well. Like, can you imagine just a poster of Chandler above your bed?
I think that there must have been a lot of Chandler Bing fans out there. I would have been back in the day.
He is one of the good friends. One of the best friends.
He's one of the good friends. Are you implying that there's bad ones?
No, they're all good. I love them all the same.
You're out of control with your opinions today, Phil.
Our next one comes from Catherine.
My granny turns off the Wi-Fi at night. Enough said.
Oh, that's harsh.
Wow, that's intense. You miss out on all the best internet at night, though, don't you?
Night time is the best internet time. What if the grandma goes to bed at 6 p.m. as well? That'd be like torture.
Well, it's not as bad as torture to not have the internet for a few hours, but it's pretty bad. Okay, and our last one tonight comes from Josephine.
Josephine?
I went out and my mum asked to borrow my laptop. When I got back, I checked the search history. It was, I don't think my daughter has any friends. Why doesn't my daughter talk to me for more than 1 minute at a time? What are ships? What is Raiden? What is fan? Google, Yahoo, Bing.
Wow.
Amazing.
Wow. Oh, that went downhill from start to finish in that order, that did.
I'm sure you've got friends, Josephine. I'll be your friend.
Wow, I mean, yeah, I just hope that next week it's not like, what is the milk fic?
Yeah,
then you know that she's gone too deep. Wow, that is traumatizing.
That was Sorry, I Don't Know How to Internet.
If you have any funny stories or friends or family just being a bit embarrassing in some way related to technology and you want us to read them out, then all you have to do is email them to us to danandphil@bbc.co.uk. And if you have any pictures or video evidence of the thing that they did, that would be really, really great.
Yeah, we haven't had any good video evidence in a while.
We need someone to just stand behind their mum and filming them struggling, don't we?
Please send them in. But now Madison has sent us a video to American Authors, Best Day of My Life. She wrote in the description, I went to the shops with my friends and it was literally the best day of my life.
Was that sarcasm?
I don't know, let's find out.
The show where you're in control. This is Dan and Phil on BBC Radio 1.
That was American Authors with Best Day of My Life. Great video from Madison in a shopping mall. Made me want to go to an arcade and play some Evil Dead and lose, because I would always lose.
You never ever win arcade games, do you? That's so annoying. Just eat your pounds up.
That's why they're made, so you put more pounds in. Anyway, if you're wondering why we're always talking about music videos, if you're in the car going, what is this all about? Well, on the website, we are playing people's homemade music videos, and that is how they're requesting songs on the show. So it's not just text, it's not just calls, we are playing out people's music videos that they've made. So if you want to get involved, all you have to do is make a video, upload it to your favourite video sharing website, and send it to danandphil@bbc.co.uk.
And then we could playing your music video on next week's show. It is a good way to control the playlist, isn't it?
Yeah.
But now, to inspire any of you out there to get off your butt and make one yourselves, we have an amazing video that Lauren has made to Bastille, which is an emotional tale of relationship drama. Go to bbc.co.uk/Radio 1 to watch this video right now, as well as the rest of our show. Here is Oblivion.
For listeners to get involved, this is Dan and Phil on BBC Radio 1.
So, after Phil's Godzilla review, which I must say, there's lots of people out there in the world that really, really liked Godzilla, just to balance it out.
Yeah, loads of people on my Facebook are like, it was amazing, Phil, what are you talking about?
Phil, shut your face.
So don't just take my word for it, you should go and decide for yourself. Anyway, we've had some great monsters people have been inventing. We've retweeted some images on the Radio 1 Twitter, so look at BBCR1 now.
They are truly amazing. Like, really, go to the Radio 1 Twitter at BBCR1 and look at what some people have been making. Emma has made Dan and Phil's heads on trees with octopus tentacles to suffocate their enemies. That is a horrifying drawing. That's called a Phantropicus. Wow.
Imagine that in your head. It's exactly how you think it would look in the drawing.
Really good drawing.
Toxic Whale has made a giant tortoise named Gunther flying with a jetpack with laser eyes, and his poops contain cupcake bombs.
And that is drawn. Like, this person has drawn what Phil just described, just releasing these cupcake bombs
so I guess
out of its
butt. Like, oh, it's a cupcake. Oh, wait. And
yes,
also,
that is the scenes of harrowing death that would happen in that film.
Krista
just like that.
says, Poot, the big egg. He just tried to make friends, but he only caused destruction. He's so big. He's just like, why?
I just want a hug. That sounds really kind of beautifully tragic.
And one more from Twitter. Smilemet said, my movie monster would have the face of Phil, that's me, the body of a bear, and the voice of an 89-year-old woman.
Wow.
So we're like, hello, I'm here to destroy you.
And then it mauls you violently. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, this has been just generally quite disturbing, hasn't it? I mean, I've been really impressed by the level of creativity and animal splicing that's been going on with these, but it's really quite traumatic to imagine.
Steven Spielberg, if you're listening, can you please make one of these monster movies? We'll only ask for 75% commission.
75%?
Yep.
Okay, that's good. Will you get Bryan Cranston in it as well?
Probably. Or I was thinking Aaron Paul, Mothra. Mothra doesn't get enough attention.
You'd want Mothra to be played by Aaron Paul?
Yeah. Jesse from Breaking Bad as Mothra.
What? That's just the weirdest mental image I've ever... You don't need a celebrity to... Oh, well, I guess Benedict Cumberbatch did the dragon, so
Yeah.
why not have Aaron Paul as a giant moth? Okay, Phil, you really need to just stop doing the radio and be a movie producer.
I think I should.
I think the world would be drastically improved.
Definitely. Well, we'll all think about that image while we listen to some Paolo Nutini Scream, requested by Mikala on Facebook. Paolo Nutini Scream, who's playing at Big Weekend on Sunday.
Dan and Phil on BBC Radio 1.
Was the deliberation there? I think Sunday.
No, I know for a fact Sunday. I know the schedule like the back of my hand.
You just wanted to dwell in it. Okay, who are you actually most excited to see, either on TV or IRL?
I kind of want to see a sneaky bit of One Direction.
What, really?
Yeah.
I kind of am the most. I've never seen One Direction live, and the thought of that really excites me for some reason.
Also Coldplay as well.
Coldplay, yeah.
That'll be great.
That will be transcendental. And Pharrell, will he have the hat? Will he not?
The Giga hat.
Who knows?
Also, I'm excited to see lots of Scottish people. In Glasgow, I was just like, I love their Scottish accents.
You're so weird with people and accents. Whenever I go anywhere with Phil, he always looks at someone like they're an animal in the zoo, and he's like, wow, say this.
I do. They were teaching me, oh, hi.
And what does that mean, Phil?
Oh my, I think.
Something to that effect.
No, it doesn't mean that.
You don't know what the things that you're saying mean when you say them on the radio. Just trusting the Scottish people.
Honestly,
that wasn't horribly offensive.
I did it better last time when I was speaking to the Scottish people.
Was it more convincing?
It was
Are you
kind of more convincing.
rent a kilt again? For the
Might
big
rent a
weekend?
kilt. Have the freeing kilts around my legs.
I imagine the cold wind might be an issue there. We were inside last time.
That's true. That's
know what I
true.
mean?
Might drink some of the generic orange metal flavoured drink as well. The
that
fizzy
orange
drink.
fizzy stuff. Well, yes. Now, though, I think it's time we thank everybody that's got involved in our show. What do you say?
Thanks, everyone. It's time for the end credits.
Thank you to Emma,
Destiny,
and Samantha,
Lauren,
and Ellie,
Emila,
and Jasmine,
Logan and Liana,
and the Radio 1 Academy,
Rachel,
and Madison,
Lauren,
and Lucy,
Molly,
and Bethany,
Katrin,
and Josephine,
Joshua,
and Sam,
Mikala,
and Sarah,
Maddie,
and Maria. There we go. Thank you very much, everybody. We're obviously not going to be here next week, as it is Radio 1's big weekend, but now requested for Maddie on Twitter. Here is Britney Spears with the best song of all time, pretty much, I'd say. It is... Which one, Phil, do you reckon?
Is it going to be Toxic?
It is indeed Toxic by Britney Spears.